What's up? All right, listen up. Welcome, everybody. So I did a post yesterday, again, breaking down these posts on my lives. Motivation is temporary, and so is discipline. In the end, In the end, one will always find / create a way to do what they really want to do. For true transformation, one must have a change in perspective. It's doing without choice because it's who you are and what you prioritize. So here's what this means. And the caption on this quote that I posted yesterday. Understand what you want to do and why you want to do it. Your actions are backed by who you are and what you prioritize. You can get motivated to do something for the moment, or you can force yourself to do something when you don't feel like doing it. Both work really well and can be very helpful in a lot of ways, but there will always be psychological conflict, and I will break that down right now. Psychological conflict, because in the end, you will always go right back to doing what you really want to do. There must be a change in perspective, an understanding, a passion, a love for the process / journey, embracing everything that comes with it. This is something most people won't understand until they grow into the person who will. So what do I mean? Motivation is temporary, right? You get excited to do something for the moment. You look to get inspired. You look to get motivated. You look to get You're ready to go, right? You're getting pumped up for the moment. You listen to some audio, you listen to some music, you listen to something that gets you going, gets you inspired to start the day, right? Or inspired to go on this journey, right? But that is also temporary because there's going to be days that you don't feel like doing it, right? And that's when discipline comes in, right? Look, let's follow this process. That's where discipline comes in. And we say we got to do it when we don't feel like doing it. But that is also temporary because you can't create an entire lifestyle around this type of mentality. It won't last forever. And here's what I mean. There will be burnout. There will be days that you're having psychological conflict, which means, should I go or should I not go? Should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I have the cheeseburger or should I have the donut or should I eat the salad? Should I eat this? There's psychological conflict every single day, right? So motivation is temporary. Discipline is temporary. Now people are like, wait a minute, but don't everybody say you got to be disciplined? You got to show up regardless. Like, what's going on? I was somebody who was even preaching that just a few years ago. Every day, discipline yourself, discipline. And then I woke up one day and I realized, and I actually questioned myself. I said, what is this, right? I questioned myself. I said, I'm not actually a disciplined person, right? I'm not disciplined because everything I want to do, I want to do it, right? I looked at it, I said, everything I want to do, I want to do this. This is what I want to do, right? This is the process I decided to go down. This is the journey I decided to take on, right? This is the path I wanted to go down. And I embrace everything that comes with this path. I embrace everything that comes my way. So because of that, I said to myself, okay, well, what is discipline then? And I started questioning that. Like, what is that? Because I show up without choice. Right? I show up with there's no debate, right? There's no, hey, should I have the donut or the salad? It's just like, okay, that's not even the choice because the choice is the illusion. It's a perspective change that allows me to move without any psychological conflict, which is why there's always consistency, right? I'm always consistent because this is the direction I want to go. I'm always consistent because there was a change of perspective, and anything that comes along with this process, I want to do it. And if I don't want to do it, I will create a way to either outsource that thing or do something else, right? So I look at motivation and I look at discipline and I look at both of those. Are they necessary in a lot of ways? The answer is yes. However, it's not sustainable. They're both temporary. So it's a change in perspective that allows you to move without psychological conflict. A change in perspective, an understanding, a passion, a love for what you're doing, or it's a state of being which then you move towards the direction that you want to go. It's doing it because you want to do it, not because of any form of, come on, make yourself do it, make yourself do it, make yourself. No, that's not what it is. It's showing up because I want to. Now, a lot of people don't get this because, of course, it's forcing yourself to do something, people say. Others say, oh, but you got to get inspired to do it. But look at the things that you do naturally. Look at the things you do naturally. This is what's interesting. Look at the things that you do naturally. Why do you do that? There's a foundation of your mind that allows you to do certain things that require no motivation and no discipline to do. Think about it. There's things that you do in your life. That require no discipline and no motivation to do. You just do it, right? Now, the question is, why is it easier for you to do that? And why is it so easy to go down that direction? Because it's what you prioritize, right? It's what you prioritize. If you prioritize a certain level of comfort, security, safety, it's easier for you to do certain things that align with what you prioritize. If you're prioritizing the truth, or you prioritize doing what's healthiest for the body and mind, then you go down that direction, and then there's no choice. There's no motivation. There is no discipline. It's a way of life. It's a mentality. It's a state of being. It's all moves. It's back to back to back to back to back to back to back, making adjustment. The process becomes fun, right? The process becomes fun. The process becomes a state of being. The process is everything that's involved in it. All the ups, all the downs, the adversity, the setback. You like, okay, let's fucking go. Let's go. Like, let's make these moves because of what you prioritize. So the question is, the things that you do naturally, that has to have a change in perspective for true transformation. If not, then you're going to say, this is what I love to do naturally. This is what I'm interested in. This is what I prioritize. However, I have to get this certain result. So I have to convince myself and force myself to put this to the side of what I really want to do, and then go down this path. But that is a psychological conflict, an inner battle that inevitably you will lose, because you will always go back to what you really, 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 really want to do. So how can we change our perspective? First, we must understand ourselves, right? We must understand the position we're in. We must understand what we prioritize and why. Not judge it, good, bad, right, or wrong, but understand why, right? Understand why. How can we understand why I do what I do? Why am I interested in this? Why do I prioritize this? Right? What about this is what about this thing here I'm aligned with, right? What about this thing gets me so interested? Why am I so interested in this thing? Why am I so aligned with this thing? Whatever that is. Once we understand that, we build an entire life around that, right? Let me read this comments. Absolutely truth to live means to survive. I'm getting like, because appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love the feedback. I love what you're doing. You're excited. That's what's up. You're excited. So what about this, right? What about this that I'm prioritizing? Why am I so interested in this? When we can understand this, then we start seeing that we can start seeing why we're getting the results that we're getting, why we are living the lifestyle that we're living, right? Why we are getting the results that we deserve when we start seeing the things that we prioritize, the things that we care about, the things that we focus on, right? How many people have created all of these fears and then live within their fears. How many people are living within their own limitations and creating a lifestyle within that limitations. Which is why I always say that the understanding of oneself is the most important thing, because if you can understand this, then you have the ability to change your perspective on it if you're aware of it. Not many people are aware of it. It's understanding a problem, not just solving a problem without the understanding of it. Fam, listen, this is very, very, very fucking important. Can we listen to this? It's not just about solving problems. It's not just about solving problems. I have a problem, I need to solve it. I have a problem, I need to solve it. It's not about that. It's about understanding a problem before you can solve the problem. Because in the understanding of the problem, the process of the problem, the from the beginning, the middle to the end, the observation of the problem, there lies the answer and the solution. Many people are just looking to solve problems that they don't understand. So they apply the discipline. They apply the motivation. I don't know why I'm so inconsistent. I don't know why I'm so broke. I don't know why I'm so overweight. I don't know why no matter what I do, I go back to this. I don't know why I'm so lonely. I don't know why my relationships always come to an end. I don't know why we don't understand what's going on. And because we don't understand the foundation of it, it always happens. You always repeat the same mistakes. You always repeat the same cycle. You always repeat the same results because people don't understand the process of it. You got to understand the process of these problems. You got to understand why these continue to happen. And when you understand that, what happens? Check this, fam. What happens? When you understand the foundation of it, what happens? It goes away, right? You can see your perspective changes. You're like, oh, shit. I understand why I haven't been able to lose weight. I understand why these relationships end in disaster. I understand why, what causes the anxiety and what is anxiety. I understand what is depression. I understand what is insecurities. I understand my fears. I understand what fear is. I understand these things. And because of that, when you understand it, the problem is solved. And then you go on and you move without conflict, right? But that solution always opens up doors to new problems. And that's one thing we have to understand. But that's a different story, right? Every solution will create a whole new set of problems. And this is what you must understand. Are we feeling this, fam? Are we getting this? Are you guys with me here? Give me some fire emojis if you're on here. You guys loving this morning? This is something that people don't get, right? They think that I just need to go for the solution, right? Because that's what human beings do. Human beings just go for the solution of the problem. Of course, we look for the solution. And a lot of times, if we don't understand it, if we don't look to understand the problem, right? If we don't look to understand it, many times we think we're going for the solution, but we're actually going for the best escape. And what is the best escape? The best escape is I have no real intention to understanding this problem. I have no real intention to dive into this to the thing I call a problem. I have no real intention to understand myself. I have no real intention to dive into it. Because I have no real intention to dive into it, I am looking for the solution, a temporary fix to this problem I think I have. It's like, I want the solution to this problem. I want the solution to this thing. I need help. Please help me. So people search for the greatest escape to this problem when they have no intention to understand that problem. They have no intention to do what it actually requires to create total transformation. Because it's a total life-changing, it's total transformation. Like people want change, but they don't want transformation, because transformation means putting an end to who you are or to where you are at this moment in time to create something new. Being willing to challenge the foundation of your mind, challenge everything about you, challenge your perspective, challenge your outlook on life, challenge your beliefs, challenge your fears, challenge these things. then there's total transformation when you challenge that. But for most people, if I don't look to understand myself, if I don't look to understand the problems in my mind, if I'm not interested in total transformation, then I want the temporary fix. I want the best escape because it allows me to embrace this pain. Like, I'm going to embrace this pain, right? It's just accepting. I'm just going to accept this, and I'm looking for the best way to deal with this, right? So you're going to want the temporary fix. You want the best escape. You're going to want the motivation. Oh, when I feel like showing up, I need some inspiration for the moment. You're going to want the discipline, right? Because you're going to say, oh, I got to force myself to do something I don't really want to do, when in actuality, we're always doing what we want to do, right? And which is why there's always inconsistencies for those who look for motivation, or for those who depend on discipline, or for those who depend on, oh, let's go, the self-talk, this of all self-talks, we got to do this. There's always inconsistencies. There's always one day yes, one day no, one moment yes, one moment no. There's always inconsistencies. But when there's a change of perspective, there's no longer choice. There's no longer choice. It's all moves. There's no longer choice. There's no debate. It's I'm showing up. I understand. I prioritize doing what's most healthy for my body and mind. And because of that, there's no choice. Do we get this? Are we here? Are we here, fam? Do we understand this? Do we get this? Are we here? Who's on here? Let me know who's on here. Give me some fire emojis if you're on here. I'm just scrolling up real quick. I'm here. That's what's up. Fire. I see you guys. I see you. Very important to understand this process. Especially if you're looking to move without conflict. Especially if you're looking to be the best version of yourself. Especially if you're looking to understand yourself. So many people are so interested in the quick fix. They're not interested in diving into it. They're not interested in jumping into it. Anthony, this is so exhausting understanding myself, right? It's I've heard this before. That people tell me, Anthony, yes, wow, I can see this process and I can see diving into it, but this is so exhausting, Anthony. It's so exhausting diving into this stuff. Who has time to dive into this stuff? Every single day is so busy. I got a lot going on. I got a lot on my plate. I got a lot in my mind. I got a lot of responsibilities. Diving into this is so exhausting. To be aware moment to moment is so exhausting. And my response to that is, this is why most people are not interested. Because it takes interest. It takes passion. It takes wanting to understand yourself. It takes real interest in the understanding of oneself in order to even dive into this stuff. And most people are not interested, right? I'm not interested. If I'm not interested, I just want to be told what to do. If I'm not interested, I want the quick fix. If I'm not interested, just give me the best escape so I don't have to dive into anything. Just give me the pill. Just give me the speech. Just tell me what to do, and I'll just go ahead and do it without understanding it. Because if I'm not interested. But at the same time, if I'm not interested, then there is always confusion. There is always confusion. There is always inconsistencies. There is always cloudiness. There is always fogginess. There is always lack of understanding. You will always be lost and you will remain lost if you are not interested. It's just, it is what it is, right? Anthony, it's too exhausting. It's too much, man. Like, there's a lot going on. I got a lot of things. Like, my brain is just, I don't have enough energy for that. It's like, okay, fine, right? Fine. But that's interesting how one is more interested in living life without any form of awareness, without any form of understanding, without moment-to-moment awareness, without diving into anything, no interest in the understanding of oneself, which is the mind, right? And why things happen. So I have no interest, but I'm more interested in the celebrity news, what's happening on social media. I'm more interested in, whatever. Hey, what we're doing this weekend. Hey, what are we going to do tomorrow? Hey, what's the new entertainment or what's the new movie that's coming out? Hey, what's the new music that's coming out? Yo, that new album that just came out. Woo! That shit's fire. I'm more interested in all of these things instead of the understanding of oneself. And I understand, fine. But if you look at what most people are diving into more, they dive into what is most pleasurable. They're interested in what is most pleasurable. And because of that, that consumes their mind more than the understanding of oneself. So when I say motivation is temporary and so is discipline, people are like, what? This doesn't make sense. Like, what? Wait a minute. No, wait, what? I got to dive into it. Hold on. There's more to this. There's a solution. Like, hold on. A solution or wait. No. Wait, hold on. And then that solution is going to create more problems. No, I'm not interested. Give me the greatest escape so I can stay the same and I can continue focusing on the things that I prioritize and I enjoy about life. I enjoyed this. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing this. Right? This is what people do. And this is not a diss to anybody. This is not like, poking fun on people. This is the facts. This is what people care about. They care about these things that cause them the most pain. And because they have no interest in this, they want to be told what to do, right? As in, hey, I got these problems in the mind. Just give me the pill. Just give me the temporary fix so I can just go on about my life and still go on about the things I prioritize instead of understanding themselves. Like, wait a minute. Like, every move I make, everything I do is getting me this result. Why do I do these moves? Why do I do that? And people don't want to dive into that. Like it's for most people, it's easier for them. So they think it's easier for them to just accept the misery. It's easier for people to just live in conflict than to be clear and aware. Most people would prefer to live in conflict, psychological conflict, right? Pulled in many different directions, right? With low energy, live in misery than to dive into the understanding of oneself, right? Than to be clear and aware, because what it takes to be clear and aware requires energy, interest, passion, love, prioritizing these things. And once that happens, look, there's a reason why there's only a few who are consistent, who understand themselves, who move, who understand that it doesn't matter what happens. What matters most is how you respond. There's only a few that move without any form of psychological conflict, with the knowing of oneself, right? While everybody else wants to believe in themselves, while everybody else is looking for positivity, right? There's the few that understand themselves, and there's a few that focus on the truth rather than be delusional on what they wish it was, right? Always looking to feel good about it. There's 90-something% of people who are always looking to feel good about the moves they make, right? 90-something% of the people who are looking to, oh, I want the positivity. I want to believe in myself. And there's the few who say, I don't want to believe in myself. I want to know myself. And I don't want the positive or negative. I just want the fucking facts so I can make moves without conflict. That's different, man. That's just fucking different. Do we see this? Like, do we see that? Like, there's no conflict in that. It's fucking all in. It's all moves. But to get to that point, it takes so much energy, takes so much interest, takes so much passion in oneself that most people just don't have. You guys get this? Give me some fire emojis. Listen, fam, I appreciate you guys for being on this live. If you haven't done so yet, go check out my daily journal, AnthonyManaya.com. The link is in my bio. Check out my daily journal. Daily Awareness Journal. Go check that out right now, fam. Go sign up for that. It's only $5 a month, right? $5 a month. Sign up for that. I'm telling you, valuable stuff in there. Daily awareness. There's times I do it in the morning, times I do it at night. Depends on my schedule. However, it's every single day. You're gonna it's gonna bring you awareness to the moves you've been making in your fucking life. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great one, fam. Peace.